Welcome, guys, to our final podcast episode of 2024. I know it's been a while since our last episode, but I wanted to give you guys an update, of how we've been doing since our last episode. This is a live podcast as well, so we have a live chat in the Twitch, so feel free to ask questions along the way while we're there. So since the last episode, I believe I was planning my trip to Ghana. So I don't know how far back I was, but I spent 2 weeks in Ghana. Did a trip with my church, and we did a lot of community service work there. So it was pretty amazing just to see, what life was like there. To get connected with like a ministry there, with like Ghanaians there that were living out there, doing some good work and helping people out in their community, and we got to participate in that. So that we did 2 weeks of that, I believe in mid to late August to September. And then right after, I was training for my jiu-jitsu tournament, like a 6-week camp for October 12th. So right when I got back to the States, then I was training jiu-jitsu like 4 or 5 days a week, and really training for my competition. I ended up getting fourth, very close third place match, which could have went to me, honestly. And all the content's up there on the YouTube, and you guys could check out my matches. And yeah, I didn't do too bad on the performances for my jiu-jitsu matches. I could have done a lot better, but hey, you live with the results. I didn't do too bad, but I thought I could win it, and I thought I won third, but it's all good. But then what happened was right after, during one of the matches, I got injured. I partially tore my LCL, and I was out for like 2 months. And I had a road trip right after the tournament on Sunday, and yeah, I could barely walk. I thought I couldn't make it through the trip, so I canceled the booking for a majority of the trip. And then the next day after that, on Monday, I felt a little better, where I thought I could do it. So I rebooked a lot of the my stay and the trip and everything. And 1 week of just traveling through the states, going through a couple states, I think like 6 states, Texas, where is it? Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, Tennessee, and Kentucky. So first time through a lot of those states, 5 of those states except Texas. Texas I visited a couple times. So went through that really nice road trip. That was a lot of fun. Met some friends along the way, but mostly a solo trip. And then after that, it was pretty much a lot of rehab, a lot of just recovery. I was out from playing basketball or working out, because the knee was bummed. And yeah, just really focused on recovering, and had some time off from work too, just because a lot of things been going on with work, where I wasn't able to work as much. So a lot of time for myself, a lot of self-reflection during those 2 months. And we got Sugatu and Triple in here in the chat. Sugatu says he hit rank 3, which is EAFC, which I'm still playing on stream. If you guys don't know already, and we are streaming this on Twitch. Sugata, we're on the podcast episode, so appreciate you being here. Triple said he ranked 1. That is fake news. But congrats on rank 3. I don't know how many wins that is. We hit rank 5, which is 9 wins, 6 losses. That was our best this year for EAFC 25. So we didn't do too bad this weekend. So congrats on rank 3. Congrats on playing this weekend. Hope you guys got good rewards. So still streaming on Twitch. I try to do that. Try to mix in like some just chatting streams where I'm just kind of learning languages and also playing EAFC. As you guys already know, I've made the announcement that I will stop playing FIFA EAFC 25. This will be my last one that I will commit to with content. I think I'll look to stream in 2025. For the first quarter, I guess the first couple months I'll stream FIFA, and then after that it'll be a lot of just chatting streams, and then we'll think of more ideas for the content. But I plan on still streaming, and yeah, I'll just continuing on. Yo, what's up, Free? Welcome in on the podcast. Feel free to ask any questions along the way. But basically, just having this podcast on to be able to reflect on the year of just how we've been doing the past, I guess, the last 4 months or so. So yeah, 2 months I was out. I think after the first month, so when it started hitting mid-November, I started picking up on the rehab. I got a bike. I started cycling to help with the knee strengthening. It was still too early to do basketball or jiu-jitsu because it hasn't fully healed yet. I needed about 2 weeks to let the ligament, my LCL, heal. But I was able to do bike rides and jog a little bit and do some rehab knee exercises along the way. So it was tough, kind of just being away and not being able to work as much, and also being able to exercise. So it gave me time to just kind of reflect a little bit, and just kind of where I was in my life, and kind of reflecting on what's to come, because I know we got big news in 2025. I won't announce it here. I'll probably announce it on another video. So be on the lookout for that, and you guys will know why I'm cutting down on the EAFC streams. Yeah, I was so triple S. I was in Alabama, which is pretty close to Georgia. I was originally on that road trip. I wanted to go to Florida, but then Florida was going through a lot of hurricanes at the time, and I was willing to stop by Georgia if I were to go to Florida. Georgia. So I changed the itinerary and decided to go to Kentucky, go up north, and Georgia was kind of out of the way, so I couldn't go there. I wanted to go to Atlanta. I wanted to go to Georgia and stop by and see what it's like over there, but wasn't in the plans, unfortunately. Talk about beaches. Maybe we could do some beach streams. I don't know, dude. Sue loves the beaches. I wonder why. Yeah. Oh, triple. So which part of Atlanta or Georgia are you at? Are you close to Atlanta? I'm actually curious. Our mod's trying to meet with us in real life. So if you don't know already, you guys already know that I stream on Twitch. I met a lot of people through Twitch in real life, probably close to 12 to 13 people, I'd say. So, I do get opportunities to meet real people through Twitch and meet up in real life, which has been a cool experience. And so maybe that's something I could continue to do, and maybe one day we can meet with Triple. So, yeah, I mean, after 2 months, we got to like the second week of December, and knee was feeling good, and physical therapist gave me the go to be able to train. So I started training the past 2 weeks, or the 2 weeks since I got cleared. Started playing basketball again. Knee felt pretty good. It was probably at like 85, 90%. I was still taking it pretty easy, not going too crazy, and just being smart about my training and my play, and not going like all out 100%. So right now it's been feeling good, but still a little tender and still a little stiff in some positions. So um, I can't wait till it's 100%. I don't have to really think about it, but it's getting there. It's getting there. So now we're at the end of the year, and that's pretty much the cliff notes of what's happened the last 4 years. So Tribble's asking when my next tournament is. I don't plan on doing the next a tournament anytime soon for 2025. We'll see. I've in 2024, one of my goals was trying to get a blue belt in jiu-jitsu. So I've been a white belt for about close to 2 years now. It'll close in on 2 years in about a couple months. And usually, if you stick with a gym, usually in 2 years, that's when you do promote to the next belt. And so that was my biggest motivation. Still a white belt. When it comes to this upcoming week, the first week of January, when we're back into classes, because the last 2 weeks they've been off due to my gym having a break, they'll have a big promotion week. So it's possible, maybe I could get promoted in that week. If not, then I'll keep training for a couple months, and then we'll see from there. But the tournament was basically for me to try to promote faster. That was the goal, but it actually kind of put me on the sidelines for 2 months, and I couldn't train for too much, which kind of sucked. But yeah, it's all good. It all works out. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad the knee's better, and going through injury really sucks, but gives a time to reflect and see what's going on in your life and what it is that you need to focus on in that season for you to just kind of, I guess, recuperate, kind of revive yourself, get yourself back on your feet, and see what it is you need to work on and tweak up for you to be able to move forward and learn from those experiences. So that was a big part. So yeah, the past couple months have been good. Obviously, it sucks to be injured, but it gave me time to kind of just reassess things and gave me time for my body to recover. And I'm glad it's pretty much healthy. Well, I still got a lot of aches and ailments, but at least the knee's injured heading into 2025. So definitely goal is to get in better shape as well. I always try to keep a good shape, but being out for 2 months, it hasn't helped, because I was in good shape leading up to the tournament, but then I got injured and kind of just let myself go a little bit. I mean, still been exercising, but not to the point that I've wanted to. So I'm still working on jiu-jitsu, trying to get that next belt. I thought I could get it by this year, but if not, then maybe I could hit that next year. And we got Logic in here in the chat. Welcome, Logic. Welcome to the podcast episode, the last podcast episode in our last stream of 2024. So we did stream earlier during the podcast. We played some pro clubs, and before that, I played Weekend League off stream on UFC. So now we're here, and I promised that I'll post one more episode for the podcast. So feel free to ask any questions along the way while I'm still here. So there have been, a couple other goals for me that I set out to do. Obviously, you guys know, if you guys watched one of my episodes beginning of the year, I had my eyes set on buying property, but it didn't work out this year where, you know, it was suggested that it would be better for me to purchase next year. So that didn't work out. And yeah, you missed out on it, Logic. You should have joined us, but you could join us here and just chat with us, listen up on the podcast. So it's all good. Appreciate you being here, and happy New Year's Eve, man. And so I lost my train of thought. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, that was one of my goals, buying the property and also going on a lot of dates, maybe to get myself in a relationship. So I went on a lot of dates, kind of burnt myself out, so along the way I took some time off and, just just didn't find someone to pursue. Yeah, a lot of dates, property, yeah, buying a home. Uh, because I didn't want to go too into detail, but basically I talked with the lender and the numbers didn't match up where it didn't seem feasible to buy at this time. So I think if I had one more year, uh, based on the tax returns, like it's based on like the type of income that I was getting, which is commission based. So it didn't it didn't make it smooth for me to buy a property. So that's why it's better to buy it. I would have a better purchasing power if I wait till next year because there's like a rule with commissions where you gotta have at least 2 years of how they pre-qualify with commission-based people is a lot different than salary. So that's where it kind of made it tricky for me to try to purchase this year. So I thought the best move would be to wait till next year. And probably I might purchase outside of the state of California since California is also very expensive. Yes, in terms of dates, do I want a girl? Who doesn't, man? Come on now. Um, yeah, I mean, I definitely got to put forth effort in that area of my life, and I did. And there are times where it was too much, got burnt out. So taking time off was good too. So, but it's still ongoing. We're still at it. So even though it doesn't happen this year, next year it could be something different. You know. So going into next year, I feel like a lot of things didn't happen this year because my big announcement for next year, something big is happening, a big transition is coming into my life, and I think a lot of those things that didn't happen in 2024 was possibly the setup for this transition to come in 2025, because maybe if some of those things did happen that I set out to do this year, then I wouldn't accept this big transition that's coming in my life. And so I think everything happens for a reason. And I think it's okay to accept the fact that some things don't happen, some doors close for other doors to open. So I think that's what I got out of this year. That's the biggest thing. And there's some setbacks and a little bit of disappointment, but I didn't let it get to me too much. That's just I've dealt with it before, and I know how to handle my emotion when it comes to that. And so I'm able to learn from it and accept the fact that there's something greater in store. And so, yeah, it is late out here. It is past midnight, about to hit 1 a.m. But we're still here. We're still here for you guys. So I appreciate you guys staying here for the live chat. And yeah, I'll tell you guys, man. I'll tell you guys the big news. 2025. I assure you, the announcement will come very quickly in 2025, since 2025 is coming up in 23 hours for us in the West Coast. It's just the three amigos. I appreciate you guys being here, man. So I think the biggest thing to take away for this year is, we traveled a couple places, and we seen things where, we seen the world and we see how things go, and it gives you perspective in life. Maybe some people don't have everything that you have, but yet they might be even happier. They're very happy with where they're at, especially when we went to Ghana. We checked out other states and how they in the US and how they operate out there, and it's pretty cool to see new places and a different way of life. So it's always good to travel and experience that. So I always try to do that every year. But I think the biggest thing is, like I mentioned before, is just like having some setbacks that do happen. And maybe these setbacks happen because there's something else greater in store for you in your life. And that's something to always think about. It's hard to think about it as you're going through things that aren't going your way. But you could always look back in hindsight when an opportunity does come up afterwards and you realize, oh, well, this opportunity probably could only happen if those setbacks didn't happen in the first place. So it's hard to accept that when you're actually going through the struggle or the challenges as I did in 2024. But, I didn't let it disappoint me too much and just waited for an opportunity to come and understood that this big thing that's coming up now, this might be the reason why some of those things didn't happen. And I could be at peace with that. And I think the last 2 months, I accepted that type of peace in my own heart where, hey, it's okay for these things to not happen just yet because there's something I need to do with this opportunity that just came up. And I know I'm being a vague with my big opportunity, my big announcement, but I'll promise I will tell you guys all about it, and you guys will have more clarity on what I'm talking about. But I think in general, it's good to accept the fact that some things may not always go your way in life, but that's okay because it sets you up for something later that's even better for you. That's better in the long run. And Logic just put the one of our what do you call it? Our audio text. Sorry about that. It doesn't work when I put it on webcam screen mode, but I'll refund you that if you want that. We have to go through this podcast uninterrupted, Logic. But I appreciate you guys being here. But it's a lesson to be learned. Like if some things don't go your way, uh the best thing to do is just kind of reflect on it, just learn from it, see where you're at, and you might feel a little discouraged. You might feel a little disappointment, but just write it out, take it day by day. Eventually, as you keep moving forward, you'll understand why maybe that thing happened and it taught you a great lesson. The biggest thing you want to get out of it is uh, reflect on it and learn from it. Because if you don't learn from it, then you might make the same mistakes over again. And when an opportunity does come up, maybe it's an opportunity that you might squander because you didn't grow from your previous experience. You didn't grow from maybe your shortcomings or your failures. And you want to make sure that you learn from it because the next time around you'll be able to handle it. So even before this year with dealing with some setbacks, I dealt with previous setbacks in my life, things that didn't go my way, things that might have been a lot more challenging. But because I went through those experiences, I'm able to handle these setbacks a lot better and to understand that there's something else in store for me when one door closes and another door is available for you to open. So that's something you just want to take away in life, and that's something I suggest for you guys as listeners to take away in your life, because I'm sure you guys deal with a lot of disappointment, you guys deal with a lot of shortcomings, things that don't always go your way, but it's okay. That's part of life. It's just how you handle it. You want to be able to handle it with a lot more wisdom, and as you go through life and handle these setbacks a lot better, then you won't have to feel as disappointed as you used to, but you have the prior knowledge that, hey, maybe there's something better in store. Maybe I'm going through this because this is a learning experience for me. There's something I could grasp out of it that will set me up for something in the future, that will set me up for something that I can handle later on in life, you know? So Logic saying I'm the new therapist. Logic, I'll try to refund you that channel points, dude. I'm the new therapist. No, just not a therapist. Just giving some wisdom, some life advice. Yes, welcome. Appreciate it. Hey man, these are the type of advice that I wish I could tell to my younger self if I was like, 16 or 17, because I didn't know that. I had to live through life. Having to learn kind of like these advice or these strategies, these tips, these life tips that, but sometimes you got to learn the hard way. It's better to have like a mentor, to have someone guide you along the way, which you should seek out even when you're really young. I totally recommend that. And I definitely have some on my own. Um, but if you do learn the hard way, that's okay too. As long as you learn from it, from those experiences. So that's really my takeaway for this year. I mean, it's just like, dude, you're always gonna deal with setbacks in life, but it's how you deal with it, how you handle it at the end of the day. And if you learn from it, that could lead to for later success in something else. And so I appreciate you guys all being here. Waz, I hope you're doing well. Louis in here. Thank you guys for coming through in the podcast. I know some of you guys it's morning time, but we are doing a live chat podcast for our Koballa channel. And I wanted to make one more podcast for the year. If you guys want to ask any questions, feel free to ask more. But yeah, I mean, you can't succeed unless you go through some failures. So, um, you shouldn't look at failures or coming up short um, as something too negative, man. It happens. Losing, failing, that's a part of life, man. But a recipe for success, a prerequisite for success is failure, is losing. You can't win until you have lost some games. And so I think that's the biggest takeaway for this year. And I think for the most part, I've been able to handle kind of the shortcomings, dealing with injury, dealing with things not going as planned. But that's okay. You just go at it. And we got triple that refunded. Did you refund it? Refund the points for Logic? If you did, I appreciate it. Thank you, Triple. Our moderator, Triple. Shout out to Double Triple 13 in the chat. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. I know Double Triple is a big fan of our podcast, so I definitely want to give a episode for him. So that's pretty much it. As we move on towards 2025, at least for me personally, I do have a big announcement and a big opportunity coming up. And I'm really looking forward to that. I definitely will tell you guys, I'm definitely looking forward to the big transition that's coming up in my life. And it's big things, man. So I'm so excited for that. And again, maybe this opportunity would have happened if all the things in 2024, all the challenges didn't come through. So there's always light at the end of the tunnel for you guys to seek through and keep moving forward. So I encourage you guys to do that as you move on to 2025. I know some of you guys in the chat earlier as things aren't going your way, and but I just offer you guys encouragement. I just want to see you guys keep pushing forward in life and seek out new opportunities for you to do well in life and to have successful ventures in your careers, in your relationships. And I'm always a big promoter of seeking truth, man. I think living life in truth is so important, and it's so liberating. So just be honest with yourself, be honest with people, man. It goes a long way. So I encourage you guys to go about life that way. Man, I do have some time for some little bit of Q&A. So if you guys got some questions, you guys could shoot away. So I'll give you guys some time for that. If not, then we could end the episode short, keep it short and sweet for y'all. But yeah, man, I do hope another year is coming up. Man, 2024 goes by quick. Seems like every year goes by quicker and quicker, but I don't know. Time for me seems to go pretty steady. Goes at the same speed, but it does go by. Time does go by, so just be present. Just be present in what you do, um and just be appreciative of what you have. Be thankful. So Triple S, no FC 26 next year. Yeah, I will not get it. I do not plan on getting it. Um, yeah, our FIFA career, our EAFC career, at least on stream, will be coming to an end. It's possible, like in the future, I could get another FIFA title. For 26, I probably won't. I won't rule it out, but I won't be streaming like every day. I won't be playing pro clubs or ultimate team. Um, do I plan? I don't know, dude. I might play less games in 2025. I might socialize more, and if I do make content, it'll be more just chatting streams. That's kind of my plan. So I don't see myself playing any other games. It's possible, but I doubt it. I think I'll play less games in 2025. So that's for sure. That's the plan. I'll definitely do. I have more things that I want to do elsewhere than play games for 2025. More, I guess it'll definitely be more productive things. But I enjoyed my ride. I enjoyed my ride of playing FIFA since FIFA 20. So I think that's like 6 FIFA titles that we've gone through and streaming about, what was it, over 4 years ago. You'll find out. So I'll definitely tell you guys, man. Maybe in a week, I'll tell you guys a big announcement. So you'll know. You'll know what's up, Triple. Don't worry, man. I'll tell you guys, dude. Yeah, so definitely we'll play less games in 2025. That's for sure. I'll definitely look to do more productive things, and you guys will see why, for sure. So definitely that. Got the big announcement, big transition in life. That's like the biggest thing I'm looking forward to. And no EAFC. Well, at least EAFC, I'll play till like maybe the first couple months. Well, I'll end it later. Did the dating work? Well, like I said, I went on a lot of dates. There have been, I think, just a couple times where it came close. Where I was really considering pursuing someone like in a serious relationship, but it just didn't work out. And I don't want to go into details, to be honest. So I don't have a gal at the moment. Still single, but it's all good, dude. Again, like even with like the dating experience, like you learn a lot about yourself. You learn a lot about your preferences and what you want. Yeah, I think the past year really taught me like what it is I want, like in finding a person. So I think you guys will experience that too. Uh, yeah, I won't. No, I don't. I don't always. We got our mod playing jokes with us. I do not. But I appreciate it though. Um, so even with the dating life, you'll date some people and you'll get in a serious relationship and you'll learn some things about yourself, about the other person, what you desire in life, how to build upon a relationship. That's okay. You don't need to hear the response. It's all good, man. All good. Um But if that's it with the questions, man, we'll call it an episode, man. Happy New Year's Eve, dude. Thank you guys for such an amazing 2024, dude. I really appreciate all the streaming and the content experience. I hope to continue to make content for you guys. So I appreciate you guys being here for the live chat. And yeah, man, just keep on going. Keep on going. Appreciate you guys being here in the chat. Um, we will call it here, man. Happy New Year's Eve. You guys stay safe out there. 2025, big announcement coming soon. Possibly more episodes, more content. I'll give you guys some good content for y'all, and we'll make Koballa content just at, just make it phenomenal for you guys. Make it entertaining, make it engaging. Definitely put up new content um ideas for Koballa channel. So good night. We will raid someone, but I appreciate it, guys. Thank you guys for amazing 2024. Thank you guys for sharing that with me. And 2025 will be even better. And I wish you guys all the best. Till then,